guys, so I was sitting down to do my makeup and I got to my eyes and I have a look in mind that I want to do, and it reminded me of what I think it was Miss Culpepper, said that she would like to see a green look. And so I already did my face makeup, so I'll share. The foundation is the same, Covergirl. The concealer is the LA Pro one that I've used in the last 2 tutorials. Same setting powder. For contour-ish, I did use the Lorac. Nope. This is the Tarteist Pro. I hope you guys pick this up if you are interested in it. It is going to be 50% off on one of the, or maybe it's already passed. I hope you got it. It's really good. So I used that for contour. For blush, I used this gorgeous Tarte blush. This is the Fairy Flush blush. It's really, really pretty. And then I actually did use my YSL. I thought I was going to return this, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a go. Excuse me, and see what it's like. And it's actually really pretty. It has like a very nice natural glow. And so I'm definitely going to keep it just because I collect designer blushes, high-end designer blushes. Even though the packaging isn't the best and it's not my typical, it's nice for me to get out of the box. I just got back from a walk with my kids and I used a new sunscreen. It is literally the stickiest thing of life. Like, I don't even think you can see how sticky it is. And so that's really grossing me out. So I've already primed my eyes and I used my Smashbox 24-hour photo primer, whatever. I'm going to use one of the Jaclyn Hill Vault palettes. Out of all 4 of these, there's only one that has a base color for me, and that is the one that I think I used last time, which was Dark Magic, this color called Poof. But for today, I want to use the Armed and Gorgeous. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, yeah. I think I have used this one already, but I want to use, I might even use a couple of different ones, honestly. I really want to do something with this Army Green, so I'm going to go in with the color Access and a Morphe M441, which is just a big fluffy brush, and run that through my crease as my transition shade. I feel like a very fall look today. I did a look, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to post it or not. I might. Last week with a different Dark Magic palette, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. And I was telling you guys in that one that I was going to film my business reveal video, and I didn't end up having time that day. So we're gonna go round 2. I'm hoping this is gonna be the look that I use to do my business reveal. So I'm laying it down kind of thick through my crease, but I want it kind of blown out on the top. I don't know if that makes any sense. Today is Sunday IRL. Let me zoom you in. There we go. And I am just in the mood to do videos. So my hair is tied back right now, but I'm going to film how I curl it. I was telling you guys in the other video that I don't feel like it's any different than how I did when it was long. It just takes a little bit of less time. I do a few little things that are a little bit different, but oh man, that really stinks. Some of the orange is getting into this really pretty white VIP color. For the most part, I feel like I do whip out my camera on Saturdays because I'm by myself and I like having somebody to talk to, even if it's just my phone. And so because I didn't yesterday, I feel like I didn't have anybody to talk to, and it's been a pretty exhausting weekend. I don't know what's going on with my son, but he's decided to wake up at 5 a.m. 2 days in a row. So that's been fun. So I'm going to take this R39, which is a little bit flatter, but it's still pretty fluffy, and I'm going to take the color Top Secret. So it's also drill weekend for my husband, so this is where it gets kind of confusing. If you are a traditional guardsman, you only work 1 weekend a month. Typically it's people that have a separate full-time job, and that was originally our intent, obviously, with Andrew going into Phoenix PD, is that he was going to do his 1 weekend a month, and that way we didn't lose our 6 years. I say we because even though I wasn't active with him, I was there and dealt with all of the things, so that's why I always say we. So he put in 6 years active duty, and if you put in 20 years active duty, you get your retirement immediately after you're 20. However, say like Andrew's example, you do 6 years active and then you do your 1 week in a month. It's like a point system. So you do an equivalent of 20 years. But if you're not active duty at that time, then you don't get your retirement until age of retirement, which is 60 whatever. And so we didn't want that 6 years to go to waste. You get a second retirement when retirement is, you know, upon you. And then we would have the Phoenix PD retirement, yada yada. Obviously Phoenix PD didn't work out, so now we're back to active duty. And so once now he has a little like total time, I think it's like a little over 7 years. So literally only needs like 13 more years, which in hindsight, like our kids wouldn't even be out of high school yet and he would be able to retire. Plus there's like other things you can do to cushion yourself, because you don't get obviously 100%. I think it's like 80. So anyways, because he's active duty, he still has to do this 1 week in a month, but because it's already a work day for him, they make him come in early and they only do that to his shift. So it sucks, basically. It really, really sucks because he ends up working like 14-hour shifts. Like today he went in, he had to leave the house at 8 and he won't get home probably until 10. Well, I take that back. I shouldn't exaggerate it because they're actually, the leadership, the nice thing about being a guard is that it's a smaller flight. So they have the power to like take care of their guys a little bit more instead of like where we were before. Number one, it was the most hopping base in the world. I should say in the US. It's where all of the distinguished visitors come in from any country, any dignitaries, any ambassadors, any royalty, anything like that. It was where all of our president, past and present, came in. And so there were so many people on that freaking base, dude, that you kind of just got lost in the numbers. Andrew luckily stands out a little bit because he's very quiet. He has no complaints ever. And so he was always very well liked and still is. So anyways, like I was saying, is that they have the power at this base to take care of their men a little bit. And so because it's his last day of his cycle, work cycle, not that cycle, they usually let him off a little bit early. So we'll see. He also is getting, and I've mentioned this in the vlogs, but again, not everybody watches those. He's getting geared up for deployment, which sucks, but sucks a bunch of butt. But it is what it is, and it's happening. So you have like trainings and seminars, and him and I have a mandatory one as a couple. He has some, and then he also, when you get deployed, for security forces anyway, that's all I can attest to because that's all I know. You have a specific job and you are deployed with a specialty. So last time Andrew's deployed was in 2012. God, I can't believe it's been that long. And he was a 203 grenade launcher. This time he's going to be a marksman. I just realized that I have sunglasses mark on my nose because, like I said, I just went on a walk with my kids not too long ago, and I did my base like quite a few hours ago. I don't know what to go with on this. I feel like I need to keep blending because it's pretty dang messy. So this time he's going as a marksman, and so all day yesterday they were at the range shooting. My dog just threw up in the hallway. Please excuse me while I go clean up a pile of puke. I am about done with this freaking mirror. It is so sensitive to touch. Like the slightest little brush turns the light off. Putting some Prowl on like just right there, just right there. Oh my gosh. So last night I went to Target at like 8 o'clock at night, which I legit can't even remember the last time I went out at night by myself. Or in general, like I never go out at night. I think just because number one, Andrew works nights. Number two, like even if he's off, him and I don't go out at night. Like we don't hire babysitters. We don't go out at all usually. So I'm just literally stamping this on my like outer third, just so it looks a little bit more smoky. And a song came on Pandora that reminded me of my best friend Chris, and so I called him and I was like, oh my god, does that happen to anyone? Like you guys have a song, like Chris and I have several songs that I think because we took so many road trips, like they have so many great memories tied to them. And so that happens quite often where we'll either text or call each other, but I knew he was off. He's off on weekends. So anyways, him and I are planning an epic birthday bash for myself, and it's literally just traveling. Last year was my dirty 30, but I was pregnant with Bailey. We were living with my parents, and so I don't quite feel like we celebrated it correctly. I didn't celebrate it at all, if I'm being quite honest, because like I said, I was pregnant, blah blah blah. My husband's not really great at birthdays. He doesn't like birthdays. This year he's not gonna even be here for my actual birthday. And so I was like, look, for this year I really want to travel with Chris. I want to take a trip. And so he was more than happy to oblige, because that lets him off the hook of trying to find me something or feeling guilty for not finding me something. I feel like I want to put orange on my lid. Like I want this to be matte almost. Is that weird? This is so different for me. So I'm going to take this color Secure. I'm going to try and stay in one palette. I told you guys I was going to do like a palette. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So I was talking, Chris and I have been talking about this for months now. And so we were like kind of going over some details of it last night. And what we're going to do is an epic Tour de Tejas. It's a fancy way of saying we're literally going to go on a road trip through Texas. But we're flying there to save some time, because it would take us like, I mean, technically we could probably get there in a day, but it would be like non-stop. I really like the way that looks. Screw you, light. So sick of you. So I'm just going to stamp over some more of that brown color. So I'm trying to get all of my Texas girls like pinned on the map so I could go through. And what I really want to do is get Miss Christina, Miss KP, my other BFF, who I've known like almost all my life. I'm trying to get her to get time off and come with us. Like we would start out with her, and she actually works at the Ulta in Waco, and Chris really wants to go, myself included, but Chris really wants to go see the silos in Magnolia Market, which I'm down with because I love chipping Joanna. I really do. So I want to start, since she lives right there. She lives in, I shouldn't be telling you where she lives. Maybe she doesn't want anybody to know where she lives. She lives close. And so I want to start off with her and then work our way down. I want to see Miss Shauna. I want to see Miss Jaclyn. I want to see Miss Michelle. I'm trying to think of who else lives in Texas. If I'm not saying your name, it's not on purpose. I'm legit mom-brained right now. So I think I'm going to take that color Access and run that down my lower lash line. A little bit different. So I'm going to take this color Agent. And it's going to be a very short trip. It's going to be like 4 days. Because he has 3 vacation days, and then we're going to plan into his days off. And so I'm really looking forward to it. Like I am so freaking excited. And so I'm thinking we're going the first week of November is what I'm thinking. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of this brown and just put it right on that like outer corner right there on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna do a quick wing, but it takes forever and it's impossible to talk through, so I'm just gonna see you in a second. Don't match. I want to use my new Marc Jacobs highliner. This is an Orange Crush, which I was telling you guys, I wished it was like more of a cream because it comes off a little bit more copper than it does orange. I really wish he had like just a cream, like pumpkin orange color. But I mean, this is pretty. I just wish it was like a bright orange. I'm sure there's like somebody out there, like probably Makeup Forever has a like cream orange one. They have a ton of those, like Aqua XL or whatever. But I really, really like these ones, the Marc Jacobs ones, because I feel like they last in my waterline. They like don't move. I'm going to do a little bit of mascara. A little bit. I'm probably going to layer it on pretty thick because this is a pretty dramatic eye. I feel like the orange though is really making my blue pop. So anyways, like I was saying, I want to seriously sit down and start planning this trip. I really do. I'm super excited about it. Chris and I haven't traveled together in years. And him and I used to travel like every couple months together. I mean, he came out to DC a couple times. I came to Vegas a couple times. And then before I even got married, him and I used to take like random day trips to California all the time. I don't think we ever went anywhere else. Oh no, we used to go to Laughlin together all the time. Where else did we used to go? Laughlin. And then not only would he come and visit in DC and I would come visit in Vegas, we did the road trip from Vegas to DC with each other. I want to say twice. Aiden, honestly, why? You have to do it right this second. Devil is trying to mess with me so hard today with my kids. Like, not even kids, it's Aiden. Okay, and then I don't even know what lip would go with this. So I have a Too Faced Perfect Lips lip liner, and this is in the color Perfect Berry. So I'm gonna line my lips and do a maroon. I always forget to zoom back out. And then I think I'm gonna use a YSL because I have like, I think 2 different berries. This looks so crazy. Yeah, I have this really pretty, this is in the color 205, which I think is called Rum Raisin. I think this is gonna look really pretty. Okay. I think I would have been better off not lining, especially the bottom. The bottom looks like super messy. But I think that's a very beautiful color. I haven't worn a maroon in so long, and they used to be my absolute favorites. I think I'm definitely getting back more into lipstick, which is so hard with little kids. Oh man, I forgot to set my face and I already put on mascara. And I don't want to run the risk of it transferring all over the place, so I'm just going to leave my face alone. So I'm going to go film how to do my hair, and that'll be up soon. And then really exciting videos are coming after that. And yeah, everything that I can find will be linked down below. I really like this eye look. I feel very fall. It's so unusual for me to do an all matte look. I did end up throwing, I forgot to tell you guys, when I was doing my eyeliner, I ended up throwing the color VIP right here in my inner corner and under my brow bone, just because I wanted a little piece of life, because I don't have like an over the top glow like I usually do on my face. And so anyways, I don't need a reason, I just did it, and so I wanted to tell you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Brittany Cocco. You are watching the Cocco channel. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!